pag-appear nung notification sa Facebook, medyo mas matagal ng konti.
Okay. And by the way, live na tayo. So, yun guys, you've definitely heard Rhadli speaking about about the delay during live session kasi yun napindot ko na yung go live and I'm very very sorry for that. And
Sa
yun nga,
YouTube, live na ba?
live na tayo. Anyways, so yun guys, good afternoon and we are here. Yun nga, this is our first Q&A and we are calling this the Q&A pantry. Ano yung quote natin, Rhadli? Ano?
Magtanong ayon sa pangangailangan,
Yes?
sasagutin ayon sa kakayanan.
Wow! Okay, so yun, magtanong ayon sa pangangailangan, sasagutin ayon sa kakayahan. So, yun guys, this is gonna be a Q&A and syempre, by the way guys, gusto ko lang magbigay ng heads up sa inyo. We are gonna be testing this out. This is a new segment for conversion designers Philippines. So bale, this is gonna be broadcasted on my YouTube channel and at the same time broadcasted inside the pro group. And yung mangyayari dito guys is that every Q&A, kung sakali maging okay yung result ngayon, hopefully hindi to yung first and last. Kung sakali maging okay yung result ngayon, we are gonna be doing this weekly. Si Jess, like yung mukha niya, palagi niyong makikita, yung boses niya, palagi niyong maririnig, pati si Rhadli, palagi niyo yung maririnig. And at the same time, every Q&A, we are gonna be having a theme of, para may theme tayo. So, for today's segment, yung topic natin or yung question na mainly na sasagutin natin is yung how to get your first freelance design client. So yun guys, anything na related sa paghahanap ng client, just comment them down below yung mga questions nyo. And me, Rhadli, and also Jessica are gonna be trying to answer all of those. Okay? So yun guys, just comment down below and yun nga. Good afternoon again guys and thank you for being here. Ikaw Jess, ano yung greetings mo? Sabog tayo, no?
Greetings. Annyeong sa'yo. Joke lang. Hi guys. Ayun, so like Errol said, wow, in English ko lang yung sasabihin ni Errol. Ayun, so comment your questions below on getting freelance design clients and we will try our best to answer those questions. Like Tita Boy, Tita Boy and Tita Girl.
Ano daw?
Basta yun. So, we're gonna answer your questions. Go lang.
Okay. Siguro dapat meron na lang tayong Kickstarter question, no? Kickstarter question in terms of, getting client. So, siguro yung Kickstarter question natin, ako na lang magki-kickstart. Yung first question ngayon is, I'm new to working online. I'm really new to working online. Yung background ko is more on corporate. The question there is there any opportunity for me online or working online? Is it possible for me to work online?
While working corporate or umalis ka na sa corporate?
Damn, good question. Sabihin na lang natin na I'm someone na nasa corporate na and at the same time parang yung reason ko is yun nga napapagod na ako sa traffic and gusto kong mag-resign.
Okay. So, more of preparing your backup plan? Tama ba? Parang ganun.
Yes.
Okay, so preparing your backup plan for when you resign from corporate and getting into freelance. Okay. Yeah, definitely kaya siya. The first thing is probably prioritization. Kasi yun nga, meron ka pang corporate job. So, ang magiging challenge dyan is the time. So, meron kang, let's say, yung regular na 8 to 5. So,
Yes.
after that, yung short amount of time mo from 5 o'clock, syempre kakain ka pa, makikipag-bonding ka pa sa family mo.
Yes.
Kailangan mo siya i-manage properly. So, how do you do that? You want to make sure na yung gagawin mong steps in freelancing or getting your first client is optimized, di ba? So, kung ano yung bagay na madaling
Mm.
try to go first dun sa warmest or hottest clients or
Okay.
leads. So usually, for people who are just starting out, the best place to go is yung freelance design markets. What are freelance design markets? Ito yung Upwork, freelancer, ganyan. So basically, these are the websites where clients go to look for freelancers to help them in their business. So going on those places and focusing your efforts on the pwede namang small efforts at a time. And then you test which one is working for you. And yun yung ulit-ulitin mo. And mag-focus ka dun sa kung saan nag-work.
Yeah.
Wag na dun sa hindi nag-work. Yun.
Okay. So gusto ko lang mag-add dun sa sagot ni Jess. What I've learned from the answer of Jessica is more on number one is prioritization, and that's very very true. Kasi yun nga, you also have to know, and at the same time you also have to measure kung kaya pa ba ng oras mo. Kasi syempre kailangan mo din i-consider na mababurnout ka din sa trabaho mo sa corporate. Sabihin natin, uuwi ka na. And then, yun nga, pagod ka na.
Pagod ka.
Yeah, I mean, pagod ka na. So, what you can do is make sure na yung lahat ng kilos mo, not really that much na measured, but more on parang, efficient, kumbaga. So, yung pwede mong gawin is, like, pwede kang mag-work online, pero yung iaalat mong oras ngayon is maliit lang. Say for example, nagtatrabaho ka 9 to 5 job, tapos makakauwi ka sa bahay nyo around 9 p.m. You can still work like maybe an hour or two para makahanap ng client online. And then sabihin natin may client ka na online. What you can do is make sure and then tell that specific client na yung kaya mo lang is part-time. Much better kung yung magagawa mo is project-based lang. Okay? Project-based lang. Yung reason bakit project-based lang, kasi your priority right now is not really na mag-earn ka kaagad ng malaki sa freelance. Okay? Yung first priority mo is para kang like, alam mo yung movie na or show na Prison Break. Kasi yeah, sometimes guys na when you work at a company, I'm not saying that all companies are bad, pero yun nga, much better yung ikaw yung own boss, 'di ba? What you can do is while you are working at a company, nagpre-prepare ka ng maka-escape ng prison. Okay? It's your escape. So, dyan pa lang, dapat din na mag-build ka na ng backup plan mo. So, sabihin natin, naka-earn ka ng konti sa freelance. Save it. Save that money hanggang makaipon ka ng 6 months worth of fund. And then, dun ka mag-full blast. Pwede ka nang mag-resign. Okay? Kasi one of the biggest mistake ng mga tao when they want to pursue freelancing or working online is that they would immediately resign, and tendency nagiging desperate in such a way na papatol sila sa mga $1 an hour job.
Yeah.
And
Yung mga money now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yung mangyayari diyan is that para ka lang lumipat ng company pero same pa rin yung feeling.
Para ka pa rin
Lumipat ka lang sa
employee.
lumipat ka lang ng bahay, parang ganun. So, yun. May question kanina si I think I've read one question here, and si Dio, this is on YouTube. Yung question niya is, what are the best parts of websites that will attract clients that you can share to us? Siguro just sagutin ko na lang to, no?
Sige, go.
Okay. Dio, as much as I would love to answer your question right now, I cannot answer it kasi yung theme natin for today is more on how to find your first client, your first freelance client. And the question that you ask is more on like parts ng website, more on execution side. Now, if you are looking for for the answer for this, I want you to check one of my videos there on YouTube. Like yung bago ngayon, nag-explain yun kung ano yung four critical elements that a landing page or a website needs para mas maka-attract ka ng client. So you can watch that video. And hopefully meron kang ibang question na related sa theme natin for today. Again, the theme for today is how to get your first freelance design client. Tapos may question dito pala si Yen Pogi. How fast can I get my first client? Jess, gusto mong sagutin?
Sige. Excuse me.
Sige.
Ano to? How fast? Actually, it would depend on how focused you are. So, di ba? Magdedepend yan sa focused efforts mo. Kasi kung kalat yung efforts mo, like how I did when I was starting out.
Di ako nagsabi nun ikaw yun
So, kung magawa mo yung mistake na yun, like I did before, tendency is medyo matatagalan ka. And so, ayun, like earlier, yung nasabi ko, mag-focus ka dun sa kung ano ba yung nag-work. So, test mo muna each method that you are familiar with for at least, gano'ng katagal, Errol? 1 week or so. And then, after testing that one, pag kung alin yung mas merong reaction kay client, do it for 3 months. Diba?
Yes.
Ayan.
3 months.
So, yun. Pag nag-focus ka doon, then you can get your design clients. It can vary, pero yung average natin is 3 months, no? So,
yes.
Yeah.
3 months. By the way, guys, the reason why we always tell you na it would probably take you 3 months of like hindi naman like medyo malaki na yung 3 months, okay? The reason why I am just saying na 3 months is because we are considering na kailangan mo din mag-spend time with your family and at the same time kung meron ka pang corporate job. Kasi guys, if you don't have any corporate job, hindi ka nakatali and at the same time, wala kang family na inaalagaan or wala kang mga anak na nakikipaglaro ka, then you'd probably get the result faster. Okay? Kasi nga, mas focus ka eh. Unless of course, mas busy ka manood ng Netflix and other stuff. Or talagang busy ka lang.
Si
like,
Zai,
busy
di
ka sa
ba?
ibang
Ang
bagay.
bilis.
Si Zai.
Si Zai
and-
took how long?
I think mga 5 days lang ata siya. Pero may
5 days. Tapos may anak siya.
Oo,
right?
di ba?
So it was more of focus then.
Yes.
So, yun.
It's more on focus talaga. So you would have to do some little like self-reflect kung ano yung mga oras na pwede mo munang like ano yung mga bagay na pwede mo munang i-ditch or i-sacrifice para makapag-focus ka sa paghanap ng client. And may another question tayo dito from Abigail, which is, what are your top 2 recommended platforms where we can get clients? So, sino sasagot, Jess? Ako or ikaw?
Ikaw na lang. Kasi puro
Okay.
inbound ako.
Okay. So, sige. What are the top 2 recommended platforms where we can get clients? This is a very, very valid question. Okay? A valid question, but we need to improve this as well. Kasi, guys, the more you ask, like, the more na mas i-refine mo yung question mo, the more din na-refine yung answer na makukuha mo. Okay? What do I mean by that? So, sabihin natin, what are your top 2 recommended platforms where you can get client? Magkakaroon yan ng bias. Okay? Yung sagot ko magkakaroon ng bias. Kasi, what works for me might not work for you. Okay? Pwede ako magsabi na nakakakuha ko ng client sa online jobs. And then pag mag-try ka dun, wala kang makukuha. Pwede din ako magsabi nakakakuha ko ng client sa Facebook group. Pero ikaw, wala kang makukuha. Kasi nga, what works for me might not work for you. So, paano natin i-improve yung question na yan? Yung question na yan can be rephrased into like this lang. How would clients or good clients or how would good clients find me easier? Yan yung yan yung better way of phrasing it. Kasi when you phrase it that way, yung mangyayari dyan is mag-e-effort ka kung paano ka nila mahanap. You could either do a lot of reach out or yung makikipag-connect ka sa mga tao or sa clients, or you could approach the 3F. Yung 3F is yung friends and family, family, and then yung of course yung mga freelance marketplaces like Upwork and stuff like that. Pero yun nga, if you ask the right question, the right answer will also come. So, yun yung pwede mong magawa. And you might be also asking, so paano ko i-approach yung friends ko kasi yung friend ko mayroong business? Yung style dyan is just ask them, hey friend, do you know anyone that might need a landing page design? Kahit alam mong siya yung gusto mong maging client, instead of asking them na, uy, pwede ako mag-apply dyan, don't do it kasi you will look like someone na sobrang desperate. Okay? So, what you can do is parang pasimpleng padaplis lang na, uy, meron ka bang kakilala na na friend mo na mangangailangan ng landing page? And then, some of them or most of them would say na, ako kailangan ko ng landing page. Well, at least that way, hindi ka naging desperate and at the same time, kung meron man silang kakilala, nakuha mo din yung referral. So, parang double blade of siya. Again, guys, it's all about questioning. So, may
follow up ako dun.
Go.
Okay lang ba?
Oh.
Sorry. Follow-up question dun sa nasabi mo. How would you say na good client yung client?
Okay. How
anong meaning mo dun sa good client?
Okay. So for me, Jess, okay. So for me, to all the audience right now, when yung
mga kababayan.
Yeah, mga kababayan, no? Mga kababayan. Yung good client for me are people like yung lang talaga ha. The way I gauge client para masabing good sila is that number 1, alam nila na may kailangan sila. Number 2, alam nila kung ano yung specific yung kailangan nila. And number 3, alam nila na kailangan nila kaagad i-implement yun. Okay? Yan yung good client. Now, how would we do it? Say for example, si Jess ngayon, nag-approach sa akin, Errol, kailangan ko ng landing page. Instead of me saying, oh, ito yung portfolio ko, hindi ko yung gagawin. Yung gagawin ko is, I will pre-qualify Jessica. Kahit pa yan siya inbound or siya yung nag-approach sa akin, yung gagawin ko is, I'm gonna ask her 3 important questions lang. Jess, why do you need a landing page? Kasi, when they answer na sobrang specific yung sobrang specific yung sagot na kasi ganito yung nangyayari sa business ko. Okay? And bakit kailangan mo siya ngayon? Anong mangyayari if hindi natin gawin yung landing page mo ngayon? Like, what if i-pause natin yung paggawa ng landing page like 6 months muna bago natin gawin? Anong mangyayari? Pag sabihin ng client na, well, kung gawin natin yan or kung hindi ko magawa yung landing page, magsasara yung business ko. That means that client is already in need. So basically, ikaw talagang makakatulong dyan. Hindi mo na kailangan ipuwersa yung sarili mo or ipagpilitan yung sarili mo na ibenta sa kanya. Kasi alam na niya na kailangan yung tulong mo eh. So yung last na yung last na question is, Jess, bakit ako yung gusto mong makatrabaho? Ano ba yung parang decision criteria mo when working with a designer? Kasi may mga client din guys na kumbaga hindi lahat ng client are created equal. Hindi yan sila equal. May mga clients na they would just work with you because you are charging cheap. Kumbaga, pwede ka nilang bayaran ng
Price
maliit.
buyers.
Yes, price buyers yan. Pero if you ask them, hey, why do you want to work with me? And then pagsabihin nila, because you are blah blah, ganito yung gusto ko sa ginagawa mo, maganda yung process mo. Like automatically guys, that client is good because he knows how to see your value. And yan yung importante. Okay? Kasi yung price objection is the last objection talaga nila. Pero if you ask those valuable questions na bakit gusto mong makipagtrabaho sa akin and then sagutin nila na kasi maganda ko yung process mo, then that means that client will value you and mas gusto niya ng long-term relationship or long-term working relationship with you. So yun yung way ko to identify a good client from a nightmare client.
So yung 3 questions.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why landing page? Why now? And why me?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so si Yen Pogi, merong bagong question. What are the basic essentials for me to get started quickly daw?
On getting a client. Tama ba?
Yes.
Basic essentials.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sige. So, basic essentials mo probably would be number 1 is ma-optimize mo yung profile mo. What do we mean by optimizing your profile? Kailangan nakalagay sa, yung profile mo kasi, it's like your digital storefront. So,
Yes.
yung profile mo, dapat nakaplaka doon or nakasulat doon rather na I create what and like I create what yung kung ano yung problem and then yung solution. So, I create the generating landing pages or sales generating landing pages. Yun yung number 1 essential mo. And then, number 2 is kailangan marunong kang, yung mindset mo is more on helping your client. So, kailangan yung helping your client na mindset, gamitin mo in actually listening to your client. Listening kung ano ba kailangan nila versus ano yung tingin mong kailangan nila. Because, di ba, lalo na when we're getting started, that is the difficult part na pagka sinabi natin, masyado natin diniin kung ano yung tingin natin kailangan nila. Tendency is magkakaroon ng rejection.
Yes.
Or like medyo may hesitation si client. So, for me, yun yung top 2 na kailangan mo. What about you, Errol?
Siguro, dagdag na lang ako, no? So, tama yung sabi ni Jess regarding profile optimization, no? Profile optimization kasi pag naka-optimize yung profile mo, yung mangyayari is that they would immediately know kung ano yung matutulong mo sa kanila. Pero, dyan din nagkakamali yung most freelance, like yung mga newbies. Yung ginagawa nila is either they would categorize themselves na sobrang general. Like say for example, designer siya. Sasabihin lang niyang graphic designer. Pero you would have to be more specific. Anong type of designer ka? Okay? And then for sure, meron ditong like I'm not sure if merong audience na hindi naman bash, pero magsasabi, Errol, kaya kong mag-design ng madaming types eh. Dude, hindi mo yan, like, okay na yan. Okay, go na alam mong mag-design. The big question there is, are you the person that's gonna buy your product or is it your client? Kasi if yung client yung magbabayad sa'yo, wouldn't you agree that yung goal mo is for them to find you easier? Again, like, so gagawin mo, you'd have to be specific. Say for example, graphic designer ka. Pwede mong i-position yung self mo na I'm a YouTube thumbnail graphic designer. Yan lang. Para pag may mag-approach sa'yo na mga YouTuber, ikaw yung i-approach nila kasi specialized ka daw sa thumbnail. Pero that doesn't mean
nila.
Yes. Clear.
Ano
And
yung
then
ginagawa mo and what they can expect from you.
And that doesn't mean na porket nilagay mo na YouTube thumbnail designer ka, that doesn't mean that you cannot offer website design. That doesn't mean that you cannot offer landing page design or logo design or social media design. Kumbaga, yung ginawa mo dyan is yung title mo para siyang alam mo yung nagfi-fishing ka tapos meron kang bait, yung worm, yan yung bait mo. It's for them to check you out. Kasi once makausap ka na nila and then bumili sila sa'yo, upselling or magbenta ka ng bagong service mo is gonna be easy. So yung goal mo lang talaga dyan is to really position yourself na mas maging specific. And then third, like kanina kasi yung second is more on, di ba sabi mo, yung mindset mo dapat maging helpful, di ba Jess? Yung third, dadagdag na lang ako ng isa, yung third is more on taking action. Kasi walang silbi kung optimize yung profile mo, walang silbi kung helpful yung utak mo, pero hindi ka naman kumikilos. So, yun yung kailangan mo. Tatlong bagay, optimize profile, make sure that your mindset is more on helping the client, seeing kung ano yung nila, ano yung nafe-feel nila regarding sa business nila, and then lastly, taking action.
Mag-illustrate ako ng example dun sa sinabi ni Errol kanina. So,
Go.
yung sabi ni Errol na just because yung meron kang positioning na kung yun, YouTube, thumbnail designer, hindi ka pwede mag-offer ng web design. So, example natin, let's say, Shakey's Pizza. Diba yun yung name nila, Shakey's Pizza, but that's not the only thing that you go to Shakey's for. Diba gusto natin ng mojos and chicken. So, just because Shakey's Pizza yung name ng Shakey's Pizza doesn't mean you don't get other things from Shakey's. So, ganun lang.
Exactly.
Similar thing. Ayun.
Same din sa Dunkin' Donuts. Kahit donuts sila, nagbebenta sila ng kape. Ano daw? Pero yun guys, yan talaga yung logic lang talaga, no? You'd have to be more specific in terms of offering your service. Don't be a generic lang. Kasi sino ba yung gustong maging average? No one. So don't be one. So yun. Siguro yung next question is, Gelson Alfarero, anong market po yung nangangailangan ng landing page na demand po ngayon? Sinong sasagot? Ikaw ako?
Ikaw mas may alam sa trends eh.
Okay.
Go.
Sige. So, okay. Pwede natin i-dissect yung question na to, no? Number one, yung gusto talaga ni Gelson dito is more on me speaking kung ano yung specific industry na pwede niyang ma-penetrate. Which is number one, it's already a mistake. Kasi you are wanting to pursue something na hindi ka naman sure na passionate ka, and at the same time, hindi ka naman sure na magiging helpful ka or matututo ka. Kasi, say for example, you, like, sabihin na lang natin, Gelson, your background is more on, more on tech or developer. And then sabihin ko, uy, maganda yung medical ngayon. Wouldn't you agree na parang kailangan mo din mag-aral ng medical terms?
Mag-a-adjust ka.
Yeah, mag-a-adjust ka, 'di ba?
Kasi
and then at the same time, pag magsabi ako ng industry, hindi porket nag-work sa akin yung industry na yun, doesn't mean na mag-work din sa'yo. That's a wrong approach, no? So what you can do here is you'd have to understand what's really happening right now. Bakit nangangailangan ng landing page yung tao or businesses? So ganito yan. So meron lang tayong 4 business models. Huwag kang mag-focus sa industry kasi industry will follow, okay? Huwag kang mag-focus sa industry, mag-focus ka sa business model. Business model will not change but industry will change. It will always change, okay? Pero business model, no, hindi yan magbabago. So 4 lang yung business model natin. Number 1 is service-based business model. Okay? So, yan sila yung mga abogado. Yan sila yung mga dentist. Yan sila yung mga chiropractor. Yan sila yung mga surgeons. Now, if you are in one industry, sabihin na lang natin, nag-focus ka sa travel industry. Diba, pag mag-focus ka sa isang travel industry, tas pandemic ngayon, wala kang pera, diba? Kaya sinasabi ko na huwag kang mag-focus sa industry muna. Okay? Focused ka sa business model. Second business model is tawag nito, retail, like mga e-commerce. Lazada, Zalora, yan sila.
Shopee.
Yes, Shopee. And then third is mga subscription businesses, Netflix, Spotify, mga software as a service, like for example, MailChimp and stuff like that. And then lastly, yung non-profit or crowdfunding, like yung mga nangongolekta ng donation. So, bakit, like, ngayon, yung next question mo is, ano daw yung, like, magiging in demand ba yung landing page? It's always gonna be yes. Kasi, like, yung reason din bakit mas magiging in demand yung landing page is dahil sa pandemic. Madami yung businesses ngayon na nag-rely sila dati sa office, nag-rely sila dati sa physical store, and right now, they are forced to be online, to be selling online. Now, ang mangyayari din dyan is that dahil bago pa lang sila sa online, yung gagawin nila is they will spend more money on advertising. Okay? Pag mag-spend sila ng pera nila sa advertising, akala nila makakatulong yung website sa kanila. Pero yung nangyayari din dyan guys, dahil madami yung pages sa website, may about us, may FAQ, like madaming pages sa website, yung nangyayari, hindi nila ma-measure kung ano ba yung specific web page yung nagbibigay sa kanila ng pera. Kasi nadi-distract yung tao or yung customer nila. So yung nangyayari ngayon, they are relying on using landing pages. So kung sasagutin ko yung tanong mo, anong market? All market, yung mga kailangan ng landing page. Bakit sila mga kailangan? Because all those markets, all those business models are gonna be switching online. And if you want to stand out online, you're gonna be using paid advertising. And if you want to get more money from your paid advertising, you'd have to use landing page and not a website. So, yun yung sagot.
Sa
Hopefully
landing
nakatulong
page
yun.
kasi ang difference between the landing page and yung sa website is mas focused yung magiging tao dun sa landing page, di ba? So since wala siyang external links na na-mention ni Errol earlier, like homepage, FAQ, hindi sila madidistract. Hindi sila mapapapunta sa ibang page. So yun lang talaga ang focus nila. Para kayo nag-one-on-one.
Yes. Feeling ko ang tahimik ni Rhadli. Gusto kong si Rhadli na lang yung yung magbasa
Yung
ng
next question.
question.
Hello.
Ay,
ikaw nagbasa ng mga questions eh.
Sorry.
tumahimik
Sige.
na lang ako.
Ikaw na. Sorry.
Akala ko hindi nyo na ako kailangan.
oh, may hugot siya.
May hugot, biglang hugot. Langiyakan.
Sige. Okay, sige, start tayo. So, question from Desiree Dumali. So, familiar.
Okay.
Paano
Ate.
Paano po pag focus naman ako in finding clients pero nag-iiba-iba yung offer ko kasi I'm still testing the waters but still no result? What will be your advice?
Okay. That's a very, 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 very good question. And eto lang yung sagot dyan, guys. Eto lang yung sagot. Number one, yung kailangan mong maintindihan is, number one, huwag kang mag-focus sa skill. Like, kung magte-test ka naman lang ng water, huwag kang mag-focus sa skill. And gusto ko din palang mag heads up and then mag-apologize for the people who are asking me na, Errol, ano yung magandang tool, paano ako mag-start sa landing page, and then hindi ko sila sinasagot. Kung sumagot man ako, sasabihin ko na maghanap ka muna ng client. So ito yung reason bakit palagi kong sinasabi wag kayong muna mag-focus sa skill, okay? Ganito yung dapat nyong unahin, okay? Number one, you'd have to understand yung customer journey. Okay? When we say customer journey, paano bumibili yung isang tao? So, tatlo lang talaga palagi yung nangyayari. Yung tao makakakita ng advertising, and then pupunta sila sa landing page, or sabihin na lang natin grocery. Okay, grocery, pupunta ka sa grocery, i-open mo yung pinto, tapos kukuha ka ng items na gustong mong bilhin, pupunta ka na sa cashier para bilhin yun, and then kung may makita kang pagkain or anything na candy dun sa sa cashier, bibilhin mo din. So, tatlo lang yan, guys. It's always getting customers or getting customers aware of you. And then next is sales. And then lastly is customer retention. Now, yung question mo is, nag-iiba-iba yung offer mo. Okay? Tapos, sabi mo na wala kang result kasi hindi mo naiintindihan kung ano yung problema ng client. So, you'd have to understand the problem of the client first, yung income stream problem. So, kung magta-test ka ngayon, pwede mong tanungin si client, hey client, what's the one problem in your business that you want to solve right now that can give you a positive ROI? Is it on the lead generation part, the sales part, or the customer retention part? And then, pag sumagot sila ng lead generation, maghanap ka sa Google ng mga skills for lead generation. Yan yung keyword mo, skills for lead generation. And then, pag may makita ka doon, for sure may makikita ka talaga sa Google, i-focus mo yung attention mo dun sa gusto mong skill. Say for example, you are in the design part or sabihin na lang natin writer ka. And then sabi dun sa Google, pag mag-offer ka daw ng email copywriting for lead generation, makakakuha ka ng client. Then dun ka na mag-aral ng email. So yun yung gagawin mo. Ask the client first. When you test the water, ask prospects first kung ano yung problem nila, saan yung problem nila in terms of income stream, and then dun ka na maghanap ng skill, dun ka na mag-aral. Pero hindi other way around. Kasi walang silbi kung mag-aaral ka kaagad ng skill, tapos in the long run, hindi mo naman pala kayang ibenta. So, yun yung approach.
Unang skill mo dapat is sales and negotiation.
Yes. Yes.
Ayun.
Rhadli, may question pa tayo?
Meron, marami tayo dito. So, here's a
Yan.
follow-up question from Yeng Pogi.
Okay.
How to start, since na-mention mo kanina yung high-value questions, smart questions, paano daw siya mag-start matuto ng pag-ask ng mga high-value question? Meron ka daw bang mare-recommend? Kayong dalawa meron kayo mare-recommend na books, workshop, or content?
Okay. Sino sasagot, Jess? Ikaw ako?
Biased yung sagot ko dyan. Alam mo na ata yung sagot ko dyan.
Wag na. Ako na lang.
Sige, go.
Alam ko na ang sagot mo pero wag na. Okay. So,
Sige, go.
for me, eto yung the way I learned these types of questioning is number one, reading books first, and then second is really applying it. In-apply ko talaga siya kaagad. And parang yung nangyari, dahil nga in-apply ko siya, nangyari parang naging innate na siya. Pero if you are looking for specific books na pwede mong basahin, aralin, dalawa lang yung books na i-recommend ko. Number one, yung kay Zig Ziglar, yung The Art of Closing the Sale. And I want you to read that for 5 times to 10 times. Basahin mo yan 5 times to 10 times. Oo. Tapos, every chapter, take note. Mag-take note ka and then try to create scenarios wherein gawa ka ng parang alter ego mo, gawa ka ng different personality mo. Kung kunwari, ikaw yung client or customer.
Kausapin mo sarili mo in short.
Tapos ikaw din yung parang makikipag-negotiate sa kanila. Mind you, like after you finish like reading that book after 5 times, for some weird reason, pag may makipag-usap sa yung client, hindi ka mahirapang makipag-deal. Kasi nga,
At may isa pa akong pinagpa-practicean.
Go.
Mother ko. So, i-test mo siya dun sa mga pamilya mo or mga kakilala mo. Lalo na pag alam mong hindi sila sa'yo. Dun mo i-try.
Pwede din yan. As in, basahin mo yung libro na yan, yung The Art of Closing the Sale. Kasi guys, it's like, minsan kasi, other people would have this notion na pag sabihing salesperson ka, feeling nila you are someone na scammer, sleazy person, masyadong mapuwersa, When in reality, guys, everything in our life, in our environment, it's all about sales. If for example, may anak ka, gusto mong pakainin ng gulay, you trying to convince your child to eat vegetable is already sales. Okay? Pag magustuhan nila yung gulay na puwersa mo, hindi naman puwersa na forced na talagang masamang forced,
Nagalit
that's
eh, no?
already, like, I mean, that's already sales. And then, like, for example, if you are recommending a movie sa mga kaibigan mo, uy, manood tayo ng ganito, guys, kasi maganda siya. Recommending a movie sa mga kaibigan mo, it's part of sales. So, yung book na yan changed my perspective in terms of sales. Kasi sales is all about recommendation, sharing. Yan lang. Hindi yung, oy, bili ka na ng ganito, ganito. No, it's not that. And then the second book that you can read is yung kay Chris Voss, yung Never Split the Difference. Like, I would recommend na basahin mo din yan at least 3 times. Do exercise, like konting exercise lang. Yung andyan naman is dahil nga nakuha mo na yung principle from the first book, yung kay Zig Ziglar, pagbasa mo ng second book, guys, yung mga questions na complicated ni Zig Ziglar, mapapasimple mo gamit sa like ginamit mo naman yung principle ni Chris Voss. Kasi it was a simplified version of the art of closing the sale. Pero yung dalawang yan, they are interconnected. Read the first book and then read it 5 times and then read the second book. So, yan yung ginawa, yan yung ginawa ko.
Tsaka nanood ng mga
Black,
TV shows.
blacklist.
Blacklist. Oh, Rhadli, what's our next question?
Hello. Yan.
Ayan.
So, here's another question. Galing kay Ramon Paulo Honor from
Okay.
from the CDPH Pro Group. So, newbie
Okay.
question daw, any tips on optimizing your profile on Upwork or any other freelance marketplaces for people na new lang sa mga platform na to?
Okay. Nasagot ko siya kanina pero ulitin natin. Ulitin na lang natin yung by the way, gusto ko lang i-shoutout yung close friend ko and he's in abroad right now and nandito pala siya sa YouTube ngayon, si Franz. Hey bro, tagal na tayong hindi nag-usap. Tapos ngayon nanonood ka, wala. Anyways, yung question ni Bro Ramon about optimization is, yung optimization talaga is you just have to be specific. Iyan lang talaga yung keyword dyan. You'd have to be specific. So, sabihin natin you are an email copywriter. Okay? Paano ba magiging specific yung email copywriting? Okay? Kasi medyo general siya eh. Now, merong types of emails, merong newsletters, meron din mga abandoned cart email copywriters. And then, meron din iba na email sila pero more on sa product launch. So, pwede mong ganyan yung position. Now, if nasa design naman tayo, there are, like, kasi hindi talaga ako marunong sa email. Nagpapakamarunong lang ako kanina. Pag sa design naman, dahil madaming types yung design, meron tayong UI UX, pero yung UI UX it's still broad. So you would have to be more specific, like specialize ka sa mobile UI design. Okay? That is more specific. Para mas maging specific pa siya, focus ka sa tool. Mobile UI designer, Figma specialist. Yan yung way mo to optimize your profile on Upwork. Kahit bago ka pa lang. Kasi walang may nagtatype sa Upwork ng lead gen, blah blah blah, mga ganyan, or write, convert and stuff like that. Kasi yung tinatype nila, kahit ikaw pag mag-type ka ng tutorial sa YouTube, wala kang itatype na hindi tool. Okay? Yung itatype mo is probably Adobe XD tutorial, ganyan. You'd have to think like a client. Okay? So, yung way for optimizing is to be more specific.
Okay, so here's another question. Siguro from PJ Fernandez. Essential po rin po ba ang pagsasabit ng cover letter sa potential client or diretso na sa pag-offer ng free audit?
Okay, uy, magandang question 'to kasi 'di ba na-experience 'to ni CJ dun sa CDPH, 'no? Na
Mm-mm.
naalala mo yung parang na-block yung ano niya,
Na-block siya. Oo.
yung account, okay. So PJ, ganito yung way of doing that, 'no? You'd have to know first kung asan siyang platform. Kasi if you are on online jobs, magbigay ka talaga ng cover letter, follow their instructions. Kasi most of the clients that are posting there are HR. Okay, human resources. Kumbaga hindi talaga direct yung client yung nagbabasa ng mga ano na yun, mga letters. So, magbigay ka ng cover letter. Pero if nasa Upwork ka, if nasa FreeUp ka, or if nasa Facebook ka, Facebook group, Facebook marketplaces, mag-offer ka ng audit ka agad. Okay? Pero sa online jobs, meron kasing isa na na member ng CDPH, si CJ, yung nangyari dahil daw nag-offer siya kaagad ng audit, yung account niya na mark na spammer, and then yun na-block, hindi na niya na retrieve yung account niya. So, yun, to avoid that, just follow their instructions. Pero on Upwork, try to offer something na valuable like the free audit para at least that specific client would read your would read your cover letter, hindi naman talaga cover letter pero proposal, and then magre-reply sila. So yun.
Tsaka, pag nagsulat ka ng cover letter, make sure na you do the research on your client first.
Yes.
So, you read what they post, anything that you can get out of them. Para mas targeted sa kanila talaga. Alam nilang hindi templated. Kasi, napansin ko rin, like, pagka masyadong templated, the chances are hindi nila pinapansin. Di ba? So, yun.
Sino pa yung may question? Parang naubusan na tayo ng question, no?
Meron pa ako
Guys,
dito.
teka, ako na lang magtatanong. Wala silang tanong, no? Pero sige. Guys, if you are finding this live session valuable, kindly comment 1, especially if nasa YouTube ka, kasi hindi ko talaga makikita, or nakikita ko ngayon pero hindi ko talaga na alam kung may value to. Kindly comment 1, and for the pro group, I'm pretty sure that you're also gonna be active kasi mas nakikita ko. So kindly comment 1 if valuable to. Ay, andito pala si Bro Dudoy, no? Kanina. Okay. May mga nagko-comment from YouTube 1 daw. Pero sa CDPH, walang may nagko-comment. Rhadli, may nagko-comment yan?
Yun, kakapasok lang ng mga ones dito sa Facebook. As usual,
Okay.
meron naman tayong delay dito.
Okay,
Yun.
sige.
Wait, may nag-comment ng 2.
Ay, sorry.
Ah.
Sorry na. Sino yun?
Okay na. Pwede na ako mag-ask ng question ulit. Meron
Go.
ako dito. Sige, from Mika Cheris.
Okay.
Hi daw, Mayor and Jess. Paano
Hello.
po mag-pre-qualify if outbound naman nakukuha yung client?
Paano daw mag-pre-qualify if outbound yung client? Siguro kailangan ko mag-ask ng further question. When you say pre-qualify, ano yung gusto mong i-pre-qualify? Yung may pera sila or yung interesado sila? Kailangan nating antayin yung sagot niya.
Sige.
Sige, meron ako ditong ibang questions kung habang
Go.
hinihintay natin yung ano.
Mm-mm.
From Sofia Neri.
Okay.
Ano po yung mga questions na dapat itanong pag to know what they really need?
To know what they really need in terms of to know what they really need in terms of ano to, like anong service yung i-offer mo, Sofia, before we go ahead and then answer that question. Kasi if iba yung offer like Facebook ads, I'm not the right person for that kasi hindi ko alam talaga yung market niyan. Pero if it's landing page or maybe website, medyo same-same lang naman sila.
From CDPH naman siya, siguro landing page to.
Okay. If it's landing page, Sophia, you just have to ask 4 questions. Number 1, hey client, what's the one call to action you want your audience to do inside this web page? Yung reason why you want to ask that is gusto mong malaman kung ano yung magiging call to action, kung kailangan ba nila ng form or kailangan ng button. And then para malaman mo din kung yung offer nila is more on ebook and then yun, stuff like that. And second is, how are they attracting their customers right now? Is it via SEO or via advertising? Pag SEO, that means they need a website. Pero pag sabihin nilang ads, they need a landing page. Okay? And the next question is, how is the performance of the website right now? Pag sabihin nilang hindi nila alam, then that means you would also need a landing page. Pero pag alam nila and then sinasabi nila na most of their customers are coming from their blog, then that means they are needing a website. And lastly, what's your follow-up strategy? Kasi that's your way to upsell. Kung pwede kang magbenta ng email, pwede kang magbenta ng chatbot. Kasi most of the clients doesn't really have a backup strategy or follow-up strategy, and you can use that to your advantage para makapagbenta ka ng other services. So yun yung 4 questions na i-ask mo.
Yun, sige. So, nandito na nag-answer na si Mika Cheris.
Okay.
Dun sa question mo kanina. So, I mean, alamin muna yung assets nila. Like, if may marketing efforts na sila in place para makapag-proceed sa project.
Okay. Ito yung ano no, pre-qualification sa outbound no, before they reach out.
Mm-mm.
Or before Mika would reach out. So yung ginagawa, just gusto mong sagutin or ako na lang?
Ikaw na muna. Tapos,
Sige.
mag-a-add ako.
Sige.
Oo.
Okay. So yung ginagawa namin, Mika, is ganito. Like say for example, ano ba yung pinakamagandang example? Magbigay ka nga ng brand, Jess, kahit ano.
Brand?
O brand name.
Coca-Cola.
Okay, Coca-Cola. Okay. So ganito yung ginagawa namin. Tina-type namin yung brand dun sa Google search, Coca-Cola. Then tinitingnan namin kung may running ads sila. Kasi 'di ba, if may running advertising sila sa Google, makikita mo sa topmost part ng search may nakalagay na ad or sponsored. So that means they are already spending money on advertising. So that's one first qualification. If wala silang advertising sa Google, yung next na trick namin is pupunta kami sa facebook.com/ads/library. And then, itatype namin yung brand na naman nila. And then, titingnan namin kung meron silang active na advertising. Okay?
Yung ad ko lang din, dun sa Facebook ad library, kailangan yung filter gawin mong worldwide or all.
Yes.
Kasi minsan nakalagay yun sa, let's say, Philippines. Tapos wala pala
Hindi
silang running
makikita.
ads sa Philippines. Hindi mo makikita.
Yes.
Ayun.
So, yun, yung next is, yun nga, hinahanap namin sa Facebook if meron silang advertising. Now, if they already have an advertising, tapos sabihin natin, pag i-click namin yung ad na yun, ma-redirect kami sa isang landing page. Yung sasabihin namin kaagad is, okay, pwede tong ma-audit kasi meron siyang landing page and then merong mga mali. So, yun yung ginagawa namin. That's how we pre-qualify a client. And then at the same time, yung date din kung kailan nila ni-run yung ad. Kasi may nakalagay naman sa Facebook na running since September 2018, kunyari ganun. So that means they really have like a lot of money kasi it's still running. Okay? So yun yung way namin to assess the assets for outbound pre-qualification.
Okay. So, okay na ba yan?
Mhm.
Proceed na tayo sa ibang question. From Marinel Enriquez galing sa CDPH Pro Group. Meron po bang required assets ang client para ma-offer sa kanila yung mga landing page?
Required
Ano?
assets meaning may kailangan ka kay client na assets?
Siguro ganito yung question eh. Meron po bang required assets ang client para ma-offer ang LP?
Yung discovery questions na naman ulit, Jess. Yung 4 na questions.
Yung kanina.
Yung kanina.
Yung kung saan galing yung traffic, ano yung one
Call to
action.
Yes.
Yun,
Sino yung nagtanong ulit, Rhadli?
Marinel.
Si
Marinel.
Marinel Enriquez.
Okay. So, paano ba? So, yun, yung sagot dyan is, yung kailangan mo lang talaga sa client is more on, kasi ito yung common mistake ng other designers when they offer landing page. They think that they need the graphics, they think that they need the copy immediately. Like guys, walang silbi yung makukuha yung images, walang silbi din yung makukuha yung copy kung hindi nyo naman alam yung goal ng client. Okay? So, you would have to go higher level as compared to those low level questioning. So the high level questioning is number 1, you'd have to ask them ano yung one call to action that they want their audience to do inside that landing page. Kasi it will help you identify kung ano yung magiging offer nila. Like, will it be in a form of a button or maybe a input form or input fields. Tapos, next is how are they attracting traffic? Pag sabihin nilang SEO, then that means they need a website. Pero pag sabihin nilang ads, then that means they need a landing page. Kasi wag mong ipilit na mag-offer ng landing page kung nakukuha naman nila is from SEO. Like, yung mangyayari dyan sa'yo, magmumukha kang scammer. So, wag ganun. Next is, how is the performance of the website? Pag sabihin talaga nilang mas nakakakuha sila ng client via articles, blogs, then that means really website yung kailangan nila, hindi landing page. Pero pag sabihin nilang ads, then that means it's landing page. Confirmed na yan, landing page na yan. And lastly, follow-up strategy. What's their follow-up strategy? Para at least you would help them out with other stuff like email marketing and stuff like that kung kaya mo nang i-offer yun. Pero pwede din na pag wala kang ganong skill na email and stuff or for follow-up, you can collaborate with other people, humingi ka lang
Or
ng referral
outsource.
fee, i-outsource mo, yun nga, na nakatulong ka na, nagkapera ka pa. So, yun.
Kasi yung sinabi ni Errol earlier na photos, graphics, yung copy, nasa execution stage na kasi yan. So kung pag pre-qualify mo pa lang yung client, it's better na you ask mo na yung 4 questions na sinabi ni Errol.
Yes.
Yung.
Yun. Sige, next question tayo. Okay lang ba sa inyo yung ano? Kasi parang wala pa tayo ditong bagong client getting question. Okay lang ba sa inyo kahit hindi related?
Sino? Go.
Yung question.
Okay.
Kasi walang yung question na related eh.
Okay.
Sige, from
Go.
Optimize PH, non-client getting question. Ay gumawa daw siya ng landing page platform and nag-paid advertising daw siya and nag-follow up sa users ng Facebook pero wala daw feedback. Tinarget niya pa daw yung wrong audience.
Not necessarily na wrong audience. I don't really believe in saying wrong audience because everyone is an audience and like lahat naman tayo tao and at the same time consumer tayo, so there's no such thing as wrong audience. Wrong targeting, probably yes kasi ganito, ito yung common mistake, no? Ito yung common mistake ng iba. Gumagamit sila ng paid advertising pero hindi nila naiintindihan yung concept ng lead temperature. Ano yung lead temperature? Kumbaga, para siyang measurement kung gaano ka-familiar sa'yo yung mga tao. So say for example, si Coca-Cola, yung effort nila, like yung advertising nila, hindi na necessarily na i-feature si Coca-Cola na matinding pagbebenta. Kahit kahit i-feature yung family na nagbukas ng Coke, okay na. Kasi known na yung brand nila. Kilalang kilala na kasi. So, if you are someone na magbebenta ng platform, dapat tatlo yung tatargetin mo. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na cold temperature, warm temperature, and then hot temperature or mga prospects. Pag cold prospect, wag kang magbenta ng free trial, 14 days trial. Walang magsa-sign up, or kung may mag-sign up man, not necessarily na magiging okay yung conversion mo. What you can do is i-educate mo sila. Ano yung magagawa ng platform mo? Okay? Ano yung benefit na makukuha nila? Like mga ganun. Bakit kailangan nila ng ganun? Pero pag cold audience, like hindi pa kilala yung brand mo, yung goal mo dyan is to educate first. Okay? Educate first. And then, once you're done with that, meron ka ng advertising for the people na hindi familiar sa'yo, focus ka sa warm. Paano yung warm? Magbigay ka ng libre. Like mag-reach out ka sa mga tao, sabihin mo, "Oy, pre, pwede mong i-review yung landing page or platform ko." Tapos kung ano yung feedback nila, gamitin mo yung advertising. Kasi it's a form of testimonial. Warm temperature or people na medyo may clue na dahil na-educate mo na sila, yung next na problem nila is mapapagkatiwalaan ba kita. Okay? So yung goal mo dyan is to get more testimonials. Offer it for free. Offer it for free. Mag-reach out ka one by one or kung ano pa man. Kahit dyan, pwede ka na mag-offer ng 14-day trial. And then, next is sa hot audience. Huwag ka lang mag-offer ng 14-day trial. Mag-offer ka ng discount. Okay? Mag-offer ka ng discount kasi yung goal mo dyan is may pumasok na pera sa'yo. Once may pumasok na pera sa'yo, yung mga nagbayad sa'yo, ask for their feedback. Ask for their feedback and then ask them kung what would it take you to refer your platform to their friends. Okay? Kasi yung mangyayari dyan is magkakaroon ng network effect. Meaning, sila na yung magre-refer ng service mo sa mga kaibigan nila. Kasi you took the time to reach out to them to ask for their opinion. And people love to give advice and people love to be heard. Okay? So, yan yung pwede mong gawin para mas mag-convert. Pero yun yung kailangan mong intindihin muna. I want you to read more about lead temperatures before doing any paid efforts kasi susunugin mo yung pera mo.
Yan, okay. So, meron na ako ditong isang question na about getting your first client. Okay?
Go.
Sige. If ever na that yung prospect daw nag-message sa kanya and he needs help sa startup business niya. Kaso, sinabi ng prospect na wala pang pumapasok na pera sa startup business niya. Paano po ba daw ang decision? Kukunin ba daw yung client o hindi?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay. So, ganito na lang. Meron na lang akong experience na ganyan, no? I know someone na venture capitalist siya. And that someone is a mentor of mine. And ito yung shinare niya sa akin dati. Never, ever freaking work for free. Ever. Okay? Never, ever work for free. Now, I'm not saying na you would not take that client or you should not take that client. I want you to understand this first, no? There are tons of currency, okay? There are tons of ways to pay you. Number one, pera, dollar, pesos, ano pa yun? Yen, anything na
Euro.
currency. O euro. Yun, mga currency yan sila. Pero that doesn't mean na yan lang yung way para makapagbayad sa yung client. Next, ito yung mga ginagawa ng mga abusers. Ito yung mga ginagawang abusers. Magtrabaho ka para sa akin, bibigyan kita ng testimonial. Or pwede mong gamitin yan for your portfolio. Tangina, hindi yan totoo. Okay? Most of them would just abuse you. Okay? Pero if that is Coca-Cola, that is Adobe, that is Nike, then do it for free. Kasi it's a marketing expense. Pag gumawa ka ng design for Nike, Coca-Cola, Adobe, then automatically, yung ano mo, authority mo tataas, makakapag-charge ka kaagad ng malaki. Pero if yung tao mag-approach sa'yo tas wala siyang brand, hindi siya sikat, tapos yung sasabihin sa'yo, bibigyan ka niya ng testimonial, don't ever say yes. Kasi hindi yan marketing expense, lugi ka sa oras, lugi ka din sa pagod. So, yung next currency or next value or payment is yung referral. Ito yung usual na pwede mong gawin. Wala siyang pera, walang pumapasok na pera. So, pwede mong gawin para ma-pre-qualify siya. Okay, would it be okay with you, client, if you can refer me to your friends, like 3 friends? And if you can refer me to 3 friends, I can do this project for you for free. Diyan mo ibigay. Libre sa'yo, pero sa ibang friends mo, hindi. Kasi
At least
it
meron
will,
kang tatlong pumasok.
oh, and at the same time, it will also help you pre-qualify them kung ganun ba talaga sila ka-interesado sa startup nila, sa business nila. Kasi it's a form of payment. Makikita mo yung dedication nila sa business nila. Okay?
Mm.
Kung talagang,
Basically, kailangan mag-commit din kasi sila eh.
mm-mm,
So, yun,
mm,
doon mo siya measure kung committed talaga sila dun sa business na yun. Kasi two-way
yes.
street yan eh. Kahit na sobrahan mo yung galing, if hindi rin sila committed back into your business, then wala din mangyayari. Ayun.
So yun yung style. Ask for referral. You can use that as a form of payment. Instead of asking for money, you can do it pero ask for referral. So at least you still get money, nakatulong ka na, nagkapera ka pa. So yun. Siguro last 2 questions tayo, Radley, and then mag-e-end na tayo with this live.
Sige, sige. So, ito. From Ed Rivera from CDPH Pro Group. So, coach, what's the best starting point daw to position yourself as a conversion design consultant?
Okay. Conversion design consultant. Ikaw, Jess, may sagot ka?
Yung pa rin eh. Di ba? Maglagay ka lang ng ano, yun. So, since conversion design consultant ka, ano bang conversion yung ina-offer mo, di ba? So, is it leads? Is it sales? Yun, i-specify mo siya. And then, yun yung ilagay mo sa profile mo.
Yes.
Yun yung pagpapakilala mo, introduction mo to your clients. And then, positioning is ang important din doon is, paano ka ba magtanong sa kanila? Yun yung aralin mo. Paano ba magtatanong? Kasi, doon mo mapapatunayan na porke nakalagay dyan conversion designer ka or conversion design consultant ka. If hindi ka marunong magtanong ng high value questions, then hindi ka yun mapaperceive as a consultant talaga. So, ang maisip sa'yo is actually scammer ka or whatnot. Ayun. So, high-value questions, yung books na sinabi ni Errol kanina, basahin mo yon. And actually, pagdating sa high-value questions, ang important dyan is, hindi siya answerable by yes or no. Yun yung unang easiest way. To say, kung high-value question ba yung tanong mo, masasagot ba yan sa yes or no? Pag nasasagot yan sa yes or no, then the tendency is low-value question siya.
Yes.
So, ayun.
So, dapat most of the time, yung gagawin mo talaga is mga questions like what questions, how questions. Like, how
Yeah.
soon do you need this landing page? And then, yun nga, like, just like what Jessica said, if you start or ano yung starting point for you to become a conversion design consultant, number 1 is you'd have to position yourself into solving one specific income stream problem. That could be lead generation, that could be sales, that could be customer retention. And once you know that, like alam mo na yung specific na problem na iso-solve mo, study customer journey, pabalik-balik na study. Kasi once you already know how to, like once you already have like a grasp kung ano yung itsura ng customer journey, kahit anong client pa yan, pwede mong ma-offeran ng conversion design and stuff like that. So last one question.
Okay, so last question. As a new freelancer, from Eliza Manriza pala. As a new freelancer na nag-offer ng landing page design, magkano po pwedeng i-charge sa prospect?
as a freelancer na bago,
Yes,
walang
as a newbie.
experience, walang okay. Based on our qualitative research, sige, based on our qualitative research, yung na-charge is around $300 to $500 per landing page. Pero na-beat na yan, parang wrong information na yan kasi si Lali, yung isang member ng CDPH Pro Group, nakapag-charge siya ng $1,000 for a landing page project. So parang irrelevant na yung data namin. Pero yun nga, if kung nagaanap ka ng acceptable rate, $300 to $500. So, yun. Ikaw, Jess, magkano daw dapat charge?
Magkano ba budget ng client mo?
Yun.
Yun ang sagot ko lagi doon. Tapos, syempre, alamin mo rin magkano ba kinikita kasi nung client mo. If you can provide even, if you can increase that, yung kinikita niya, by how many percent, and you can get a fraction of that. Kung fraction lang yung $300 na yon dun sa kinikita, why not, di ba? Or kung
Yes.
$2,000 man yun, tas fraction lang of kung ano yung kinikita niya, why not? So, yon.
So, yun lang guys. I guess that ends our first, hopefully not last, na Q&A pantry. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with us. And first is gusto ko din mag-apologize kasi hindi siya ganun ka-organize yet. Hindi pa siya ganun ka-organize yung Q&A pantry. Pero yun nga, hopefully you found value in this live session, and for us to know kung nagkaroon ba, like kung nakakuha talaga kayo ng value from this live session, kindly comment your one takeaway from this live session dun sa comment section sa YouTube and then also sa Facebook Pro Group. Yun lang, that is for us to really know how we can improve this segment, and para din makita namin if this is gonna be the last or first and last na webisode or meron pang next. Pero yun, dapat magkaroon na tayo ng theme and then mangolekta na tayo ng pang jumpstart na questions, no?
Oo nga
For hopefully for next week, merong ganun. Anyways, just comment down below, and then any like takeaways, comment kayo dyan. Tapos if you still want us to continue doing this, kasi our goal really is mas mapadami yung awareness on how you can become conversion designers. Ikaw, Jess, may final final words. Ganda ng background mo, ha?
Bakit? Ano ba yan? Ayun. Thank you. So, katulad ng sabi ni Errol, thank you guys kasi you spent time with us. You trusted us with your questions. So, malaking bagay yan. Tapos, yun, just be open to share kung ano man yung tutunan nyo dito kasi pag share nyo yan, malay nyo, may mapulot yung ibang tao, matutunan din sila. And at the same time, pag share mo yan, mas masisil in yung, yung learning sa utak mo. It helps you din. So, nakatulong ka na sa sarili mo, nakatulong ka pa sa makakabasa niyan. So, there you go. Hope to see you sa next na Q&A pantry kung magkakaroon tayo ng next.
Uy, Jess, may last pa. Pwede mong i-shameless plug yung conversation mo. Kailan yun? I-shameless plug na, dali.
Alright. So, Conversion Conversations is a live stream on Facebook. It's a live stream about sharing ideas that help you build sustainable online business using your skills, your service, and your talent. So this runs every Thursday. So tomorrow, meron tayong Conversion Conversations at 4 p.m. Philippine time. We are going to be talking about branding. So basically, yun yung idea.
Nice.
So how do you brand service startups? So if you are starting out your service-based business, how do you brand your business? Ayun. Thank you.
Yun, thank you guys and see you tomorrow sa live session ni Jess sa conversion conversation. And again guys, thank you so much for your time and hopefully meron tayong webisode 2. So kindly comment your takeaway down below. And yun guys, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.